Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you're a holder of Dogecoin, the last 24 hours have been extremely exciting as the entire market has gotten into a consolidation zone. Dogecoin is going explosive. We haven't experienced something like this in the last 2 to 3 months. It's just been a lot of sadness. That's what I can say, because you can see on the super trend we were on a downtrend for a very long period of time, but just in the last 2 to 3 days you can see that we're slowly starting to make a recovery. But what's even crazier is if you just pay attention to Bitcoin, the Bitcoin chart, ever since it was able to climb to about 102, 103,000, it's been on an uptrend, but at the same time it's sort of consolidating. It's not going explosive. And on the other end, you can see that the Dogecoin chart, if I just put it into 1 hour chart, you can see as the market is pretty much slowing down, Dogecoin just in the last 8 to 9 hours has just had another rally where it was able to break above 22 cents. Why is this a big deal? Because 22 cents was going to act as a very strong resistance, but now it's not going to happen because we have obviously broken above that, and now we're going to be using that as a support. Keep in mind the price actions which are happening currently for Dogecoin is definitely suggesting that a lot of retail investors are making a return. And on the other end, the ETFs which were running up the Bitcoin price are still holding the consolidation zone, while the long-term holders are taking a little bit of profit and actually putting it into the altcoins. And that can be seen by how Bitcoin is consolidating, but some of the altcoins are going explosive, and some of them being Dogecoin. I do want to mention one other crazy thing, which is the trading volume. If you just look at the trading volume, it's actually decreased by 14%. And seeing that the trading volume has seen a little bit of a dip and the market is still able to climb so quickly gives you perspective that the amount of buy orders are very strongly outweighing the sell orders. On the other end, Russia-China foreign trade near dollar free. Almost all is done in ruble, yuan, and at the same time crypto. 1 trillion bull storm projected for Dogecoin, XRP, and Solana. Now before I just carry on, I just want to say, if you guys are here for the first time, you want to stay up to date with everything to do with Dogecoin, scroll down, tap the red subscribe button, especially turn on your notifications so you can stay up to date with the latest and the greatest news. While there, slap a like on the video, just help the YouTube algorithm push the video out to more people. More people are paying attention to what's happening to crypto. They decide to buy into it. We've been smashing every single like goal, so let's go for 34 likes. Now I want to show you this. Dogecoin's bullish momentum signals a potential breakout towards 28 cents amid the rising whale activity and sentiment. What's very interesting is if you just pay attention to clearly when we were around this zone previously, it's very important for us to make it to 25 cents before we see a little bit of consolidation zone. Why? Because it's very important for you to understand that currently where we are sitting is not a zone which a lot of traders like to jump into, and that's the easiest way to see with the trading volume going up 12%, but the long to the short ratio still holding strong. It's still sitting exactly where it was previously, meaning the amount of new traders entering the market is a little bit lower, as this is an unexpected zone and it's actually very hard to predict what's going to happen. And any crypto should not stay in the zone for a long time. If it stays in an unpredictable zone, a lot of short-term traders like to take profit, and that's where the market might struggle a little bit. If we don't want to see a struggle, the best way to get out of this is just get to the next resistance as quickly as possible. For Dogecoin currently, that's going to be close to 25 cents. Another thing that's interesting, Dogecoin is rebounding strongly from the ascending support trend line, eyeing a potential move towards 27 cents. And seeing how many good news are also coming out towards Dogecoin, especially if you just pay attention to the Memecoin section, you'll realize that Dogecoin has always been the leader, and it's pretty much the Bitcoin of meme coins, just to give you an idea. So as the meme coins are slowly trying to make a recovery, with Pepe up about 52%, then you have something like WIF that's up about 44%. They need to ensure that Dogecoin carries on the rally. Overall, a lot of people are also asking me, Sky, Bitcoin is already on nearly 104,000, 108,000, around there is where the all-time high is. Do you think that Dogecoin is underperforming? And the simple answer is yes, I personally feel like there is still so much upside potential towards Dogecoin, and I feel like a lot of people are underplaying how high it can go, because if you just look at the daily chart and you realize that even just this year where it set the high was actually close to 48 cents, and that rally went from 10 cents to 44 cents in just under a month and a half. So that should give you perspective that this rally that has just begun can be as explosive as what we have experienced before, and it would not require a lot of potential to actually push that even higher, because if Bitcoin's able to just consolidate, majority of the long-term holders which actually hold Bitcoin, not ETF, are going to be taking a little bit of profit, and when they take that profit, they're going to throw it back into some altcoins. And one of the first categories that people like to invest in is actually meme coins. And when you go to meme coins, the first thing that comes to mind in Dogecoin, and seeing that the Dogecoin is already on an uptrend is clearly going to give a lot more incentive to actually jump into it. At the same time, UFC champion Conor McGregor calls on Ireland to create a Bitcoin reserve. An Irish Bitcoin reserve will give power to the people's money. That's a very influential person that's actually talking about a Bitcoin reserve. And on the other end, Ethereum is trying to break past the resistance, which is close to 2,400. And currently, if you just look at the price of Ethereum, it's sitting very bang on close to 2,400. And previously, let's just say there's a lot of people that have their sell orders there. That's why it's in a little bit of a struggling period. While Taiwan is ready for Bitcoin, proposes a strategic reserve shift. Now, why is this a big deal? Because there's too many countries. And I mean, you can talk about Ireland, you can talk about Taiwan. They're just all trying to get into the Bitcoin reserve as soon as possible, as they do not want to miss out on this rally. And once the FOMO kicks in, let me tell you, that's pretty much the best thing that crypto ever gets. Once FOMO kicks in, that's the best way to make profit. And now Dogecoin price jump above 20 cents triggers a 13 million in liquidations. And just to give you an idea, this other rally that we just received has pretty much caused a liquidation of another 10 million from yesterday. So 13 million was around this zone, and now this zone has created another $10 million pretty much liquidation. And the liquidation for short and long being so close clearly suggests that there is a lot of crazy liquidations that have taken place. While Arizona establishes strategic Bitcoin reserve following President Trump's lead. As President Trump is trying to help as much as possible, let's just say Arizona, which is another state, is trying to get their place in profit, or UK to become safe harbored for crypto with the new draft rules. Now, why is this a big deal? Because UK has been very strongly against crypto, and let's just say, I mean, not just UK, I'm talking about the whole of EU with like the USDT banning and stuff like that. So UK is trying to become the safe hand that they would be able to, you know, all the crypto regulated places needs some sort of safe harbor, and UK is trying to play that role. Just to give you an idea, by signaling a willingness to provide regulatory clarity, the UK positioning itself as a safe harbor for responsible innovation. And Senate Democrat demand investigation into Trump's ties with Binance. This is really interesting because currently everyone's trying to do the same thing, which is like when it comes to like any sort of, you know, like legal cases, they're trying to find out why is Trump so strongly for crypto, and trying to find if he is trying to make profit from the largest exchange, which is Binance. USDT issuer Tether to be bought under US jurisdiction, says the new version of stablecoin bill. I mean, let me tell you one thing. Previously, stablecoin bill was a very scary thing, but now it's something that we want, so we are able to come to some sort of conclusion, and the backbone of the crypto market, which is stablecoins, can come to some sort of regulation. And Robert says ditch fake money for Bitcoin, gold and silver. Currently we are sitting on a ticking time bomb which is about to explode even more, as I've been saying. Other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.